I pinned the badge to my scrubs myself that night, the metal cold against my skin like a lover's rejection, while my family's grill smoke curled up from the backyard like they were toasting my erasure. Madison's too busy playing nurse to family. Mom had texted earlier, her words a gut punch wrapped in emojis, but I didn't know yet that the real knife was buried deeper, in the secrets they'd shoveled over me since birth. By dawn, I'd wake up in my father's body, his broad shoulders heavy with the weight of crimes I'd paid for, and the revenge would start with me whispering his own confession into a mirror that no longer recognized me. The auditorium smelled like cheap pine cleaner and desperation, the kind that clings to community college graduations in places like Elmwood, Ohio, where dreams go to rust under fluorescent lights. I was 28, the first in my family to claw my way through nursing school, nights blurred by Red Bull and textbooks, while Dad's construction crew jokes echoed from the living room TV. The pinning ceremony was supposed to be sacred, a rite for us scrubs-wearing warriors who'd survived clinicals that broke lesser souls. Families crammed the seats, snapping photos, dabbing tears.
Mine?
Crickets. I'd invited them 6 months out, marked it on the fridge calendar with hearts around the date. Big day for your girl, I'd said at dinner, voice cracking just enough to fish for pride. Dad grunted over his steak. Mom smiled that tight-lipped way she did when she was already planning the escape. My brother, Tyler, fresh off his 3rd DUI scrape, just scrolled his phone.
Cool mess.
Hey, pass the A1. That was it. No questions about rotations, no, we're so proud. Just the hum of the fridge and the distant bark of our neighbor's lab. The day of, I texted the group chat. Ceremony at 7. Love you guys. Front row if you can. Radio silence until 6:45, when Mom's reply pinged. Running late, hon. Dad's back is acting up. Barbecue tomorrow instead? Barbecue. As if my milestone was a rain check for ribs and potato salad. I stood in the green room mirror, smoothing my scrubs, pinning the silver caduceus myself, the snake-twined staff that mocked me now, symbol of healing when all I'd ever done was patch up their messes. Tyler's arrests? I'd bailed him out, lied to cops about his whereabouts. Dad's accidents on site? I'd forged the logs to cover his boozed-up negligence. Mom's credit card flubs? I'd co-signed, tanking my own score. And for what? This. The dean called my name, Madison Harper, Associate of Applied Science and Nursing, and I walked the stage to polite applause, my clogs echoing like accusations. Front row, empty. 3rd row, a sea of strangers' proud faces. I smiled for the photo, teeth gritted, badge heavy as a shackle. Afterward, classmates hugged me, their parents thrusting casseroles and cards. Where's your crew? One mom asked, eyes pitying. Oh, I lied. Family stuff. But inside, the rage simmered, a low boil I'd learned to cap since high school, when Tyler's vandalism got pinned on me and I took the juvie rap to keep peace. Driving home in my beat-up Civic, the dashboard clock mocking 9:17 p.m., I passed our street, Harper Lane, ironic as hell, and there it was, the backyard lit up like a county fair. Smoke billowed from the massive grill Dad had built from scrap, strings of Edison bulbs swaying in the breeze. Laughter punched through the open fence, Tyler's booming guffaw over the sizzle of burgers. I killed the engine a block away, sneakers silent on the dew-slick grass as I crept closer, heart hammering like a code blue alarm. Peering through the slats, I saw them. Mom in her floral apron, flipping patties with a flourish, Dad manning the cooler, cracking a bud for Uncle Ray, Tyler arm-wrestling cousins on the picnic table, a keg tapped like it was his damn birthday. Balloons bobbed. Congrats, Ty on the new job. Wait, what? Tyler, who'd flunked out of community college twice, suddenly employed? And no mention of me. No empty plate with my name. Just the clink of bottles and stories I wasn't in. I backed away, tears hot, but fury colder. Slipping into the house through the side door unnoticed. Always the ghost. I raided the fridge for leftovers, the kind of sad ritual that defined me. That's when I found it, tucked behind the milk, a crumpled envelope addressed to Dad. Curiosity, that old bitch, one. I tore it open under the kitchen fluorescence. It was a lab report, not the standard blood work. This was from some off-books clinic in Cleveland, dated 5 years back. Genetic sequencing, anomalies detected. Paternity discrepancy, 99.8% probability of non-match for subject MH, Madison Harper. My hands shook. Subject MH.
Me.
Dad, wasn't my dad. And scrawled in Mom's handwriting on the margin, tell Tyler last. He's the real heir. The world tilted. All those years of me cleaning up their messes, taking the fall for Tyler's screw-ups, because I wasn't blood? The barbecue outside roared on, oblivious. I pocketed the envelope, grabbed my keys, and fled to my efficiency apartment across town, the one I'd rented to escape their chaos, only to keep orbiting like a moth to flame. Sleep didn't come. I tossed on the futon, the lab report's words burning retinas. By 3 a.m., I'd Googled it all. Chimerism, no, this was straight-up affair fallout. Mom's scribble implied Tyler was the golden child, the real Harper. Me? The cuckoo in the nest. The crimes I'd shouldered, Tyler's shopliftings I'd confessed to, the car wreck I'd claimed as mine to shield his license, suddenly made 6 sense. I was the disposable one. Dawn broke gray, rain pattering my window like accusations. I called in sick to my shift at Elmwood General, voice steady as I lied about flu. Then the accident. Or what I thought was one. I'd driven to the old quarry outside town, the spot kids dared each other to cliff dive from, but I just needed air, space to scream without neighbors calling cops. Parked at the edge, engine off, I stared into the abyss, 40 feet of jagged rock to muddy water below. My phone buzzed, Tyler's pic, him grinning with a hard hat, new gig at Dad's site. Thanks for the rec, sis.
Wreck?
I'd begged Dad to hire him last month, after his latest layoff. The lie of it all choked me. I stepped out, wind whipping my scrubs still on from habit. The ground crumbled under my sneaker, loose gravel from last storm, and I slipped, arms windmilling, the drop rushing up. Time slowed, the lab report fluttering from my pocket like a white flag, my scream swallowed by gusts. Impact wasn't water. It was metal, a rusted crane arm Dad's crew had abandoned, half buried in silt. My head cracked against it, vision exploding white, then black. But death?
Nah.
Waking was worse. I came to in a hospital bed, beep steady, antiseptic sharp in my nose. Blinked at the 4-drip, the monitors.
Wrong.
My hands, big, calloused, veins like rivers. I flexed fingers, a man's. Panic clawed as I sat up, sheets pooling, and caught the reflection in the bedside tray. Dad's face staring back, graying stubble, hazel eyes widened in my terror. What the fuck? The voice boomed, his baritone, not my alto. Nurse bustled in. Mr. Harper, you're awake. That quarry fall was a miracle, and I played along, nodding mute, mind racing. Body swap.
Impossible. Stiffy bullshit.
But the chart said John Harper, 52, admitted post-MVA. Me, Madison, was. Where? Hours blurred in tests, CT scans, neuro checks. I learned the miracle. Lightning storm hit during my fall, struck the crane, electrocuting both me and Dad, who'd been checking sites nearby. Lie, he was boozing at the tavern, per the timeline. Some freak, quantum bullshit, docs muttered off record, like those twin studies gone wrong. Our consciousnesses swapped. I was in him, he in me. Discharge came fast, insurance nightmare avoided by playing senile. I stumbled to the parking lot in his truck, massive F-150 reeking of chew and sawdust. Called his phone. Mom answered, chipper. Maddie? Docs say you're fine. Come home soon. Her voice, talking to me. Dad's voice, my old one, mumbled in background, groggy. He was alive, trapped in my shell. The drive home was a nightmare of muscle memory, his broad frame awkward, radio stuck on country I'd always hated. Pulled into the driveway, barbecue cleanup still scattered, red Solo cups like confetti of betrayal. Inside, Mom hugged me. Dad in my body, cooing over bruises. Tyler clapped his shoulder. Sis, you look like shit. Heard about the fall. I watched from the doorway, silent giant, as they fussed over the imposter. That night, alone in Dad's master bedroom, king bed, gun safe, faded Eagles posters, I rifled drawers. Found the safe combo etched under a drawer. 0-8-15, Tyler's birthday. Inside, cash stacks, a Glock, and files. One labeled MH Insurance. My initials. Digging deeper, claims from 10 years back. Tyler's meth-fueled joyride that killed a pedestrian, covered as my fender bender. I'd taken the plea deal, 2 years probation, nursing dreams deferred. But here, witness statements Dad buried, payoffs to the DA's cousin. They'd framed me for fratricide, no, sororicide, blood or not. Rage crystallized. This body, this power, Dad's clout as foreman, his union ties, his fists that had bruised Mom in rages I'd cleaned up, this was my weapon. Tomorrow, I'd start. Subtle. Infiltrate. Make them pay from the inside. But first, I whispered to the mirror, his face mine now. Welcome to hell, family. Your turn to bleed. Being Dad felt like wearing a straitjacket made of lies. His muscles remembered swinging hammers, but my mind flinched at the weight. Every step a reminder that I was puppeteering a monster who discarded me like yesterday's scrap. The morning after the swap, I woke to his alarm blaring Springsteen, sheets tangled around legs too long, and the first decision hit like a sledge. Do I scream the truth and shatter everything, or play the long game? Let the betrayal fester until I could carve it out root and stem? By noon, I'd chosen the blade, sharp, silent, and Tyler's promotion became my first incision, because nothing says revenge like stealing the throne from under your fake brother's ass. Coffee brewed black in the pot, the way he liked it, bitter as his moods, and I poured a mug with hands that dwarfed the handle. Downstairs, Mom bustled eggs, her robe frayed at the hems from years of mending what Dad broke. Morning, Han, she chirped, not looking up. Honorable to him. To the shell who'd raised hell on me. Tyler slouched in, my old body moving jerky, like Dad's soul was still drunk on disorientation. Fuck, this skin itches, he muttered, my voice but his slang. Mom shushed him, glancing my way. John, you okay? Quiet today. I grunted, his signature rumble, and sat, forking eggs like I hadn't just inherited an empire of deceit.
Fine.
Work calls. Elmwood Builders, Dad's outfit, was a mid-tier racket. Strip malls and McMansions for the Rust Belt rich, greased by backroom deals and bent inspectors. I'd overheard enough calls growing up to map the rot. Today, as John, I'd wield it. Tyler shoveled food, oblivious. Boss says Site 3 needs oversight. That bridge poor, sketchy rebar. He meant Dad's crew, cutting corners for kickbacks. I nodded slow, eyes on him. You'll handle it, my boy. The words tasted like ash, but his grin, my old face lighting up, fueled the fire. Promotion? I'd whispered that to Dad months back, begging a spot for Tyler to straighten him. Now, in this skin, I'd unravel it. Drove the F-150 to the yard, radio off to think. Body swaps weren't in nursing texts, but adrenaline and electrocution could fry synapses, swap engrams like bad code. Docs chalked our concussions to amnesia. We played along. Dad and me stayed home recovering, Mom doting like he was the victim.
Fine.
Let him marinate in my broke-ass apartment, my student loans, my isolation. I'd marinate in his power. The site was chaos, backhoes growling, laborers in hard hats hollering Spanglish curses. Foreman nodded as I strode in. Boots thudding authority I didn't feel. Boss. Morning, John. Slaps on the back, respect earned in blood and bribes. I cornered Vic, the super, sweaty weasel who'd covered Dad's ass for years. Tyler's on bridge. What's the play?
Vic Smirka, spitting tobacco.
Kids green but eager. Rebar's short, China knockoff. Saves $20K. Illegal, deadly. One quake, and that overpass crumbles, pancaking commuters. The pedestrian Tyler killed? A single mom, lights out on her way home from shift. I'd confessed to manslaughter light, got community service, he got a slap.
Now this.
Run it, I said, voice steel. But log full specs. Audit trail.
Big blinka.
Since when? Since now. Walked away before questions, pulse thumping. Controversial? Hell yes. Arming the noose, not tying it yet. Let Tyler pour the poison. I'd ensure the inspector saw the skim. Lunch was subs in the trailer, crew bullshitting about Steelers odds and side chicks. I nursed a Coke, eavesdropping ghosts of my old life. These men, Dad's pack, had catcalled me at barbecues, dismissed my book smarts. Now I was king, and the power hummed, dark and sweet. Called the house mid-bite. Mom picked up. How's Maddie? Me, trapped. Groggy. Asking for you. Lie, probably, but her tone softened. Tell her we love her. That pinning next time. Next time. Rage spiked. Hung up, punched the dash, his knuckles split. Blood mine. Drove to the quarry after shift, stared at the crane scar. If lightning birthed this, what else? No reversal in sight. Scans clean, but I felt anchored, souls bartered in the storm. Evening brought the test. Tyler texted my phone. Dad's thumbs fumbling. Sight good? I replied as him. Proud. But careful, Vic's watching.
Bait.
He bit. Got it, Pops. Oh, you.
Oh. Yeah.
Home. Mom had stew simmering, Dad and me sulking at the table in my PJs. Our eyes met, his in my face, mine in his, and the room crackled. Recognition? Terror? He looked away first, spooning peas. Rough day, John. Mom asked. I shrugged, sat. Dinner was minefield. Small talk on weather, Tyler's glow-up. Then, casual. Found that old report in the kitchen. Paternity thing. Mom froze, fork midair. Dad's stolen eyes flicked up, panicked. Water under bridge, she whispered. Too quick. Family's family. I leaned in, his voice low thunder. Is it? Madison took falls for Tyler. For us. Blood or not. Silence stretched, stew cooling. Dad me, choked on a laugh, too high. She's dramatic. Always was. My words in his mouth.
Bastard.
Bed that night, I plodded under his snoring roof. Revenge wasn't fireworks, it was termites, slow gnaw. Step 1. Undermine Tyler. I'd spike the rebar logs with errors, anonymous tips to OSHA, framed as whistleblower from a rival crew. His job tanks, probation violates, back to jail. But deeper, the files hinted at more. Dad's safe had a ledger, off-books payouts to a councilman, zoning bribes for Elmwood's revitalization. Kickbacks funneled to a shell LLC. Harper Holdings. Signatory?
Mom.
She wasn't victim. She was architect. The affair kid, me, kept as cover or pawn. The lab report dated to my college app year, when Dad's business teetered. They needed a good girl, facade for loans, scholarships. I was the prop. Next day, sight again. Tyler arrived cocky, hard hat tilted. Pops, check the pour, solid. I inspected, nodding. Good work. Then, slipped Vic a thumb drive, doctored manifests, rebar certs forged invalid. Leak this if shit hits. Vic pocketed it, greedy glint. Controversial? Betraying my crew, risking jobs. But they'd built on bones, mine. Afternoon, a call from the hospital. Madison's shift lead. Maddie's a no-show. Everything okay? I deepened the voice. Family emergency. She's out a week. Hung up, smirking. Dad and me was rotting in my life, calls piling. Bill collectors, classmates texting congrats I'd never claim. Evening twisted darker. Drove to Mom's book club, code for wine with the wives, gossip hub for Elmwood's underbelly. As John, I crashed, flask in hand. Ladies. They tittered, but I cornered Elaine, councilman's wife. Heard about the bridge. Shoddy. She paled. John, hush. Pushed. Tyler's on it. If it folds. Her eyes darted. Fear, not shock. They knew. Back home. Confrontation brewed. Dad and me cornered me in the garage, my slim frame dwarfed by his bulk. What the hell are you doing? His whisper, my voice hissed.
This body.
Give it back. I loomed, his fists clenched. You stole my life first.
The wreck.
The pinning. The blood test. He blanched. That was mercy. You're not. I grabbed my shoulders hard. Real? Say it. Mom interrupted, screeching. Boys. We broke, glares lethal. That night, lightning flashed, no storm, just memory. I texted Tyler anon. Rebar fraud. Check manifests. Seed planted. By week's end, inspectors swarmed, Tyler's name lead. He called sobbing, my voice breaking. Pops, they say sabotage. I comforted, then hung up, dialing Vic. Pull the plug. The fall started. Tyler arrested. Tampering charges. Old DUI unearthed. Mom wailed, Dad and me silent, plotting his own escape. But I was in deep now, his clout cracking open vaults. The ledger showed payoffs to a clinic, the one from the report. Eugenics bullshit? No. Fertility docs, Mom's miracle, baby Tyler after miscarriages.
Me?
Adopted, hushed. But the frame, they dosed my drinks with benzos during Tyler's crimes, making my confessions foggy. Evidence in the safe, vials, logs. Decision time. Burn it all? Call cops. Expose? Controversial. No. Cataclysmic. Innocents hurt. Crew laid off. Elmwood's economy dipped. But they deserve the quake. Climax brewed at family dinner. Post-arrest. Tyler bailed, sullen. Someone set me up. I raised a glass, his whiskey. To family. Eyes locked. Mom cracked first. Madison knows. Dad and me nodded. The swap. It's her. Chaos erupted, plates smashing, accusations flying. Tyler lunged. I decked him, his own face swelling under my dad's fist. In the melee, truth spilled. Mom's affair with the DA, payoffs to bury Tyler's kill. Me? Scapegoat from day one. Adopted to launder the guilt. We loved you, Mom sobbed.
Loved.
Past tense. I fled to the quarry, truck idling at the edge. Lightning again?
No.
But the plan solidified. Swap back? Never. I'd end them in the skin, then vanish. His life, my revenge. Wielding Dad's body was like inheriting a loaded gun with the safety off. Every favor called and felt like Russian roulette, his Rolodex of crooked cops and bent bankers spinning toward the hammer drop. But the thrill of it, that dark American rush of playing God in a small town where justice was just another bribe, kept me locked in, even as the mirrors cracked with the strain of seeing my vengeance stare back with his dead eyes. Tyler's arrest was the spark, but the fire-eyed light next would raise the whole rotten foundation, starting with Mom's charity fund, laundered bribes dressed as bake sales, and ending with a decision so raw it'd split opinions like a Supreme Court shitshow. Do I torch the innocent bystanders to fry the snake, or pull punches and let the poison spread? Week 2 in his skin, and Elmwood buzzed like a kicked hive. OSHA vans clogged the site, yellow tape fluttering like surrender flags. Crews idled on half-pay, muttering about Harper's curse. Vic vanished, skipped town with a duffel, my thumb drive his ticket out. Good riddance. He'd been the grease, now he'd be the snitch. I played the outraged patriarch, storming the Union Hall in Dad's flannel and fury. This sabotage bullshit, it's personal. Growls of agreement, fists thumping tables. Inside, I fed the flames, anonymous emails to the plain dealer, tipped headlines, local builder skimps on safety amid family feud. Tyler holed up in the basement, my old body gaunt under his eyes, raging at shadows. It's you, isn't it, Pops? In Mad's head. I'd caught him rifling the safe that morning, ledger in hand. Shut him down with a backhand, his cheek blooming red on my face. Watch your mouth, boy. The hypocrisy burned, but power's a drug, and I was hooked. Mom hovered, pills rattling in her apron, Xanax stash I'd prescribed as Nurse Mads, now ironic ammo. We fix this, John. For Ty.
For Ty.
Always. I nodded, then slipped out to the bank. Dad's accounts, fat with undeclared cash, Harper Holdings, a ghost corp siphoning city contracts. Teller, a high school acquaintance, blushed under his signature. Big withdrawal, Mr. Harper? $50K, wired to a burner LLC mine. Expansion. Lie smooth as bourbon. Next, the clinic in Cleveland. Drove the F-150 north, radio blasting Mellencamp to drown the doubt. The doc, a slick Indian import with a god complex, recognized John. The sequencing. Delicate matter. I leaned over the desk, his bulk intimidating. The full file.
Now.
He balked. I slid an envelope. $5,000. Or IRS audit. Files spilled. Mom's IVF logs, donor sperm from the DA, Tyler's biodad.
Me?
Fostered post her breakdown, records sealed to protect. But the kicker, during Tyler's wreck, they'd slipped me roofies at dinner, staged my confession on tape. Evidence, a USB in the drawer, my slurred pleas. I did it.
Drunk.
Saw the forged. They'd robbed my agency, my future. Nursing delayed 2 years, scholarships yanked. Back in Elmwood by dusk, storm clouds boiling like my gut. Dad and me called, my phone, voice whiny. This ends, Madison.
Give back the body.
Laughed, deep and cruel. Earn it.
Confess to Mom. Click.
He didn't. Night fell heavy, dinner awake. Tyler paced, Mom medicated, Dad me silent. I dropped the bomb. The clinic. Tyler's not yours, John.
Gasps.
Mom's wine glass shattered. How? Files don't lie. Tyler lunged. Liar. We grappled, his slim fury against my bulk, until I pinned him, breath hot. You killed her, Ty. The mom on Elm Street. I took the fall. His eyes, mine, widened. We protected you. Protected. The word twisted like barbed wire. Mom confessed in sobs. The affair, the frame, the barbecue as distraction from my pinning. Tyler's job news too delicate. Delicate. Rage-crusted. I stormed out, to the quarry again. Truck idling, edge calling. Controversial choice. Endoclean cops with the USB. Family crumbles, I swap back somehow? Or escalate. Use his power to bury them deeper. Collateral be damned? Chose the abyss. Next day, union meeting, I rallied the crew. Companies folding, blame the suits. Lies. They'd take my bailout, but I'd skim half for a rainy exit. Then Elaine's ear. Councilman's in bed with Harper's. Tell the paper. She did, anonymously. Headline screamed, Corruption probe hits Elmwood elite. Fallout hit like buckshot. Dad's contracts dried, checks bounced. Tyler rearrested, warrant for the old hit-and-run, USB leaked by concerned citizen me. Mom OD'd on her stash, non-fatal. ICU scare. Dad and me visited her, my body frail in visitor scrubs. Madison, he whispered. I nodded from the hall, unseen. Your mess. He crumpled. Climax built at the town hall. Emergency session on the bridge fiasco. I strode in as John Harper, mic in hand. My family's ruined, good men. Booze, cheers. Then, the twist play. Handed the ledger to the feds tailing, IRS suits and cheap ties. Take it all. Flashbulbs popped. Elmwood ate it up. Folk hero or villain. Debatable, jobs lost, but crooks caged. Home after, Tyler waited with a bat, stolen from my high school days. You destroyed us. Swing wild. I dodged, wrenching it away. You started it. Mom watched from stairs, ghost pale. Dad me joined, pleading. Stop. Swap back, we talk.
No.
I tied them, duct tape from the truck, gagged confessions spilling. The pedestrian? We paid her family off. Silent. Tyler spat. She had it coming, wrong place. Monster. Decision loomed, kill? No, too easy, too final. Instead, the real cut. Live stream. Phone propped his face mine. Elmwood, meet the Harpers. Uploaded the gags, the ledger scans. Viral by midnight, Harper scandal trending, neighbors pounding doors. But as views climbed, doubt crept. Innocence? The crew's layoffs hit hard, foreclosures, suicides whispered. My revenge. A bomb in a crowd. Controversial as fuck. Justice or jihad. Lightning cracked outside, no storm. The quarry called. Drove them there, bound in the truck bed. Tyler's sobs, Mom's prayers. Edge loomed. Your turn to fall. Push Tyler first, over, splash distant. Mom begged. Mercy, daughter. Daughter. Pushed her too. Dad me last, eyes locked. We're the same.
No. Shoved.
Weich trippels fade. Trak luid skating fog. Sirens wailed, neighbors the stream. Cops swarmed. I surrendered calm, his hands cuffed. It was them, the real Harpers. But in the cruiser, mirror flash, his face wept my tears. Empire fractured. But was I free? Surrendering in Dad's body felt like exhaling after a decade underwater. The cuffs bit his wrists like justice's overdue bite. Sirens wailing Elmwood's dirge as neighbors gawked from porches. Their whispers a chorus of good riddance, laced with what about the jobs? But as the cruiser hauled me to county lockup, the real hook twisted in my gut. Revenge's aftertaste is ash. And in that moment, staring at the quarry's black Maori seating in the rear view, I wondered if I'd just swapped one prison for a sharper cage, or if the twist, the lightning's cruel joke, would flip the script one last time and leave me arguing my own damn morality till dawn. Interrogation room reeked of stale Joe and regret, fluorescent buzz drilling my skull, his skull, as detectives circled like vultures in ill-fit polos. John Harper, you want to walk us through the family barbecue at the bottom of the lake? Led Dick O'Malley, Elmwood born and bred, leaned in, breath mince failing. I met his eyes, Dad's hazel, now mine, and spilled. The swap, the secrets, the pushes. Not murder. Justice. He snorted. In Ohio? That's vigilante novel shit. But the stream had blown up, millions views, quarry confessions meme fodder. Feds swarmed by morning, Ledger their holy grail. Solitary was a mercy, his frame cramped in the bunk, tattoos itching under orange jumpsuit. Dreams fragmented. Mom's splash, Tyler's gurgle, Dad me's final same. Woke sweating, mirror in the head showing the monster I'd become. Controversial? Abso-fucking-lutely. Social media split. Harper hero for exposing the rot, vigilante villain for the bodies. Pundits on Fox and CNN dissected. Is family betrayal license to kill? My story the Rorschach of Middle America. Rust Belt rage meets woke reckoning. Lawyers piled on. Public defender first, then pro bono sharks smelling headlines. Insanity via electrocution. Quantum dures. Bullshit, but it stuck. Bail hearing, packed gallery, reporters sketching his scowl. Judge, a crony Dad once bought beers for. Banged gavel. Released pending psych eval. Ankle monitor. Free-ish. Stepped into sunlight, truck impounded. Uber to the apartment, my old hole, now Dad's limbo. Inside, dust motes danced, mail overflowed, nursing board revocation, classmate condolences. Phone buzzed unknown. Answered, my voice, tinny. Madison. Dad and me, escaped? No, clone? The lightning. It's reversible.
Click.
Heart jackhammered. Tracked the number, Cleveland Clinic. The doc. Drove north, monitor beeping mileage, paranoia prickling. Clinic shuttered, raid tape but back alley ajar. Inside shadows, the doc frantic. The anomaly, shared neural net. Swap back with another surge. Electrostim chamber, Frankenstein rig humming. Risky. Permanent damage. Or death. Controversial choice redux. Reclaim my skin. Leave his corpse puppet? Or stay. Wield the ghost? Strapped in, volts building. Vision blurred, quarry flash. Family screams. Then snap. Woke in my body, petite, scarred from falls, doc slumped, fried. Dad's husk in the chair. Eyes blank. Reversal?
Partial.
His mind? Gone, mine splintered. Back in Elmwood. Funerals loomed. Closed caskets. Whispers of haunting. I attended as Madison. Black dress chafing. Neighbors averting eyes. Tyler's plot. Fresh dirt. beloved son. Mom's, Lily's, her charity plaque ironic. Dad's, empty suit, me mouthing eulogy. They were flawed. We all are. Gallery murmured, forgiveness or farce. Twist hit post-burial. Probate reading. Lawyer, sweating. Harper Holdings to Madison, sole heir.
Conditions met. Conditions?
The ledger's fine print. Dad's will. Blood oath style. Expose the sins. Inherit clean. They'd planned it, me as fall guy turned phoenix? Or trap? Files revealed. The swap? No accident. Clinic logs. Dad sought neural therapy for his guilt. Storm a catalyst they engineered. Doped lightning rods at the quarry to merge us. Forced confession through me. Truth reversed. They weren't monsters. I was the weapon they forged. Self-fulfilling. The barbecue? Distraction for the rig setup. Pinning snub? To lure me isolated. Betrayal deep, but mutual. I'd always known the cracks. Patched anyway. Ending? No tidy bow. Holdings cashed. Millions. Laundered legit via lawyers. Donated half. Worker fund. Bridge rebuild. Kept half. New life. Seattle maybe. Nursing under alias. But nights, quarry dreams. Splashes echo. Mirrors show both faces. Happy? By tragic. Readers argue. Victim or villain? I drive west. Radio low. Springsteen crooning Thunder Road. Lightning forks sky. Maybe another swap. Or just the storm inside. Was it worth it? Hell if I know. But in America's gutted heart, where families fracture like fault lines, revenge is the only road left. And I'd walk it again.